Hello everyone, my name is Hwaldar from DaGameTrain, and that's right, it's time to play Chrono Trigger. Before, I had no idea what this game is all about. I only had it on my list to play sometime in the future. Was thinking maybe it'll be a blind run with some friends of mine tagging along. Then one of these days I had a little look at the Game Gallows channel. I noticed that they have uploaded some new parts of their playthrough of this game. I decided, oh, well, it won't hurt to take a little look, see what the game is like. I see a few parts, and I get curious. I wanna give it a shot. I give it a shot. And here we are today, because when I get my hands on a good game, I just can't let go. And this is more than just good. It's really good. But why talk about the game if you can just show it? As you can tell, we're not playing the DS version because that is a pain in the ass to record and also a pain in the ass to edit because of its two screens. So I will stick with the original time-tested SNES version. The first thing you get to do when you start the game is choose your battle mode, which you can change later on if you feel like it. I'll go with wait, because I like it that way. And then you get to choose your name. Since I'm not very creative, I'll stick with the original names for the most part. Unless I can come up with something better, but I doubt it. So we start off with a protagonist who happens to have a very peculiar name, Chrono. Unfortunately, the amount of letters you see in that name is the amount of letters you get for your name. It's only 5. I think the DS version added 1 extra letter to the character length, but that's hardly an improvement. So we'll stick with that. I can't come up with any good names that only take up 5 letters or less anyway. Seems like there's a festival going on in town. With fireworks and balloons. Wonder what's that all about? Oh yeah, I'll also try to read most of the dialogues. Well, if you know what I mean. I won't be doing laughs or groans, cause who gives a shit about that. And I definitely won't be trying to make voices for certain characters, particularly female, cause how the hell would I do that? For the females, I'll just stick with my regular voice. Chrono! Good morning, Chrono! Well, not like that, but you get what I mean. Come on, sleepyhead, get up before I beat the shit out of you. Ah, Lynn's bell makes such beautiful music. You bet your ass. You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? I want you to behave yourself today. Or it's 5 and ye all dies again. Let's get moving now. That cat looks weird. But I do like the walking animation it has. Strutting like it means business. So here we are. This is our house and this is us. And well, we have 2 speeds. Walk and run. You run by holding B. A, well, it doesn't do anything right now, but it's the confirm button. X is the menu, which allows us to go through various things, which we'll get to explore them later. And Y doesn't do anything yet either. We'll get to that soon enough. Finally, by the way, that inventor friend of yours, You know... Oh dear, I've forgotten her name. Well, it's Luca, the inventor. That's right, Luca. Don't forget that she invited you to see her new invention. Run along now and be back before dinner. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your allowance. Have fun. Here is your free 200 money. But before we do anything, we should probably explore, because this is a fine little town of, I forget the name. Truce, perhaps? I don't remember. What I do know is that before we really start, we want to explore a little bit, because there are some places we want to go to first. Like the Mayor's Manor, which teaches us about, well, the more peculiar parts of the game. It also has stuff for us to pick up. Need a brief weapons and items seminar? Well, sure, why not? Weapons include swords, bows, and guns. Some weapons can only be used by specific party members. That's true. You'll find a variety of armor for the head and the body, which also can only be used by certain party members. Finally, there are numerous accessories with unique properties and effects, which can be used by everyone. As you gain power, swords will inflict greater damage. Bows and guns get more powerful as your hit rate increases. So keep that in mind. That was an odd thing. Did you see that? It's either my screen being a piece of shit or the textures were a little rappy. I don't know how to explain. I could have sworn I saw like a rapping line or something. Anyway. Scattered throughout this world are places where you can save your game. Save whenever you can, especially in unfamiliar or dangerous areas. That's just a replica. Record your journey whenever you find the real McCoy. That's a stupid line, I wish we would stop saying that. You'll find more of them in riskier areas. Also remember that you can save anywhere on the world map, not log in. That one kinda confused me for a second, the first time I heard it. Use the Y button to move the message battle window up or down. That's gonna be very useful in battles, I imagine. You can walk while reading messages, but go too far and you can miss them. That's an odd way of saying it. Do you know about shelters? They're quite useful. Well, I do, but tell us anyway. Use shelters at save points or on the world map to completely restore HP and MP. Oh, you can do that on the world map too? Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I played this a couple of times already. This is not gonna be a blind run anymore. Well, what can you do? Can you blame me? This is a good game. I just couldn't help myself. But I'll get into greater detail about that once you get through this tutorial house. I'll teach you all about skills. Are you willing to learn? Hell yeah, boy. During combat, the effect of each attack can vary. First, some of your attacks will damage more than one enemy, which is important to know. For example, target this critter right there, where the finger is pointing, and your attack will hit another monster in the area. But if you target the one in the middle, you can get all three at once. Use this fact to your advantage. Next, you can hit enemies in your direct line of sight. There are two attack patterns. The first one allows you to attack all the enemies oriented on a straight line from you. Doesn't matter which one you target on this line, they all will get hit. The other pattern, on the other hand, allows you to hit only the enemies in a straight line between you and the target. Sounds kinda like the same thing, right? Not exactly. As in the previous example, all 3 creatures are targeted here if you pick the one in the back, but if you pick the one in the front, that's all you'll get. Next, use an enemy to establish a line, and any others on it will also be hit. I can't say that I've ever seen a skill that goes horizontally like that, so I don't know. They're lined up horizontally here indeed. The final pattern puts you at the center of the attack zone. You can't use an attack like this if your enemies are outside of the zone. In fact, the game will confuse you and won't even allow you to do anything because you're just not close enough to anyone. So keep that in mind. If it doesn't seem to be doing anything, it's most likely one of these attacks. However, as you can see, your attack will hit everything inside the active zone. So it doesn't matter who you target, it's just the matter of how close they are. Feel more confident? Hell yeah, boy. Want to learn about damage? Yes. Some monsters have special attacks. It's important to know everything about those, cause we'll encounter some of them. Poison. HP slowly decreases, your attacks are also weakened. Poison is very rare though, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Slow. Increases the time between attacks. That'll make your active battle timer load up slower. Watch out for that shit. Sleep. It'll make you fall asleep. It also lowers your guard. Unfortunately, as you can expect, while you're asleep, you can't do anything. So you have to either use a curing agent or whack somebody in the head to make sure that they wake up. Else they're quite useless. Chaos. Confuses you into attacking allies. A little tough on friendships indeed. This needs a curing agent to fix. I don't think it runs out on its own. I've never lasted long enough in a fight to see it. But if you do win the fight fast enough, it'll get cured automatically. Much like any other status ailment. Blind. You can't see shit. Therefore it's hard to hit enemies. Lock. Can't use any techniques or skills. This happens very rarely, even more rarely than poison, I would say. Like, I only know one or actually 2 types of enemies that has technique locks. Much like I can only think of like maybe 1 or 2 guys who do poison. So maybe they're on the same level of rareness. Stop. Immobilizes and disables you. I've never seen this, so I have no comment. Anyway, in these situations your guard is down and you'll sustain more damage, and that is no bueno indeedo. Use heal or wait until the battle ends to heal automatically. Would you like to hear more? What else do you have to say? Oh. When your HP hits 0, you're dead. Well, disabled as they like to say, but dead is probably the better choice. Use revive to restore yourself, but if everyone goes down, you're out. Be careful. Hold down the L and R buttons to escape from battle. Know when to run, but you need to fight to grow strong. In other words, don't run, don't be a pussy. Now about the equip menu. Numbers next to the sword and shield icons indicate attack and defense power. The higher the number, the greater the power. Oh, tell me more. Magic defense indicates your ability to block magic attacks. If it's 10, then magic damage will be reduced by 10%. A star after any characteristic means it's at maximum strength. We also have this guy here. Want my advice? Yes. You have the potential. You learn a number of techniques as you progress. techniques are magic attacks? Well, not necessarily. That also utilize your weapons. You'll acquire them with discipline. Now, if you talk with him again, you are so enthusiastic. Use this to help you get started. You get 300 money. And another 100 money in the chest behind him. So we have a whopping 1000 money right away. Awesome. I don't think that you can get any more than that. So move on to the fair, to the Lean Square. Welcome to the Millennial Fair. Have fun. Okay. You heard them. Have fun. You can find a couple of shops. Naturally, since this is an RPG, some shops will sell healing items, others will sell armor, and others will sell weapons. Like this guy over here. Buy something from Melchior the Swordsmith? Sure, why not? So we have two choices of weapons here. Iron Blade and Load Sword. Load Sword is pretty expensive, but if we could obtain it, it would really help us out in our long run. There is a way to get it though. Well, this early that is. I live on the continent to the east. Come see me sometime. I heard this guy pays big money for charms, weapons, pendants, and other rarities. Yeah, we heard that shit before. Do we want to get that sword though? The answer is yes, it would be very nice to have it. But for now, purchase the Karate G and Bronze Helm. And then put them on. Like so. Immediately you'll notice our defense rating go up. This is good, we want that. So here at Lean Square we can get things done. We can play various minigames. Like this strength game. Hit that bell, some bitch. You gotta hit the A button when you're the furthest away. Like that. Impressive. I'll put 1 silver point on your card. Yeah, that's nice, I guess. However, that's only 1 silver point. There's a much better place to get silver points. But what can you do with silver points? Well, you can spend them at one other place, which is not necessarily interesting or anything. But you can also exchange them for cash. So we'll be trying to get some of those to get easy money. Off screen, of course. Oi! That was a weird trip. That hurt. Yeah, I imagine. If you bump into somebody, it usually tends to be quite painful. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? My pendant. Where is my pendant? Don't tell me I lost it. No, you didn't. It's right here. What's wrong? Oh, thank good. My pendant. It has a lot of sentimental value. May I have it back? Oh yeah. I came to see the festival. You live in this town, don't you? I feel a little out of place here. You and me both. But that's besides the point. Would you mind if I walked around with you for a while? Well, sure, okay. No problem. You are a true gentleman. Oh, by the way, my name is... Try to guess how to pronounce this one. Is it Marl? Marley? Marle? It's Marl. Marl. And you are Chrono? What a nice name. Pleased to meet you. Now lead on. Okay. So now we have Marl tagging along. Cool.